you! Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I processed my permanent residency in Australia, Subclass 189 points tested stream. I am a nurse and my occupation is included in the skilled occupation list, which is part of their skilled migration program. By the way, I included my partner in this visa, so I'm the main applicant. So instead of paying 4,640 Australian dollars, we paid around 7,000. With this visa, I can stay in Australia permanently and sponsor eligible relatives for permanent residence. I opted for this visa because it allows me to work anywhere in Australia compared to Subclass 190, which is a state-sponsored visa where I have to dedicate a certain amount of time in the state that sponsored my visa. Before I applied, I had my medical. They have specific clinics where you can have your medical done. I had my medical last July 16 and received an email the following day informing me that the result had an anomaly. I didn't have to do anything. The clinic just informed me about it and that it will be assessed by a certain panel. I had my skills assessed in ANMAC as per my previous video. Make sure you satisfy the required points in order to apply for this visa. You must be able to obtain at least 65 points on their points test to be eligible. They have an online points calculator which can help give you an idea about your standing. I officially started the process last November 19 by submitting an expression of interest in SkillSelect. Then I received the invitation to lodge my 189 visa last December 18. So I waited for their reply for almost a month. By the way, you only have 60 days from the date of your invitation to apply for the visa. First, gather all your documents. Next step would be gathering all your documents. You will need to provide documents to support the claims you make in your AOI and show you meet the other eligibility criteria. These are the documents I provided. First are identity documents, which is just the first biodata page of my passport. Second is relationship documents. I just attached the timeline of our relationship since we're on a de facto status. Third one is character documents. You have to provide police certificates from every country where you spent a total of 12 months or more in the last 10 years. I requested a police certificate here in New Zealand, which I received 3 days after requesting. I also attached the NBI clearance that I got from the Philippines and then my old police clearance from Saudi Arabia, which I got before I left KSA years ago. I added a letter explaining why I'm unable to procure a recent police clearance from Saudi Arabia. Next is my competent English documents. I took PTE because my OET was already expired, and then I just attached the result. Then my partner's documents. We still need to provide evidence of my partner's identity and relationship with me. So he also provided the same documents that I did, such as the identity documents and the passport photo, character documents, and supporting documents that we have been in a de facto relationship for at least 12 months before we applied. I have also included our joint bank account statements, billing accounts, joint lease, and other documents to show that my partner has lived at the same address as me. I also included some photos of our trips, and my partner also took the English exam. Finally, my skills assessment documents. To support the claims I made in our EOI, I attached additional documents such as the result of my ANMAC assessment, my certificate of employments, and educational qualifications. After gathering all these documents, I created an ImmiAccount where I lodged our application last December 23. The questionnaire is quite long but very straightforward. This is also where you are going to attach the documents and pay for the application charge. It took a while before I received a response from my application. I was starting to get worried, but I think as long as you're within their processing time frame, it should be okay. I also lodged my application during the holidays, so I thought that might contribute as to why it took a while. After a month, I received an email from them. They asked me for more information. They provided us with a request checklist and details which made it easy to provide them with the information that they need. They requested for a New Zealand police clearance certificate. Basically, we just need to sign a form called Consent to Exchange Criminal Record Check Information, saying that we allow the Department of Home Affairs to request the certificates on our behalf. They also requested for evidence of employment. I already attached my certificates of employment as well as references in my initial application, but they said that the evidence that I provided contains insufficient information about my employment claims. And every hospital that I work, they ask if I can provide contracts, payslips, tax returns, group certificates or payment summaries, and superannuation information. Unfortunately, I don't have all those information, so I made an explanation letter detailing why I cannot provide some of those documents. For example, in my employment in the Philippines, it has been a while, so I do not have a copy of my contract and payslips. I also mentioned that we do not have a website, just like here in New Zealand, which is called IRD, where we can access our tax information. I just said tax returns were processed by HR. So what I did was I attached all the documents that would support my employment, such as the seminars I attended. The employment references should also meet the following requirements. A reference should be on the official letterhead of the company providing the reference. The letterhead should indicate clearly the full address of the company and any phone numbers, fax numbers, emails, and website addresses. The name and position of the person authorized to sign the reference should be typed or stamped below that person's signature. A reference with only an illegible signature will not be accepted. The direct contact number of the person writing the reference should be included in the letter. The letter should indicate the exact period of employment, position held, including whether permanent or temporary, full or part-time, the main 5 duties undertaken, and the salary earned. Position should not be described in a generic title, but according to the nature of the duties undertaken. So might as well request your referral letters in this format. So remember, when you apply for ANMAC, they will also request a reference letter. So might as well use this format so you don't have to keep requesting for reference letters. Finally, they ask to sign a health undertaking. It is a form frequently required for visa applicants in a range of circumstances. I think this is related to the anomaly when I had my medical done. I just had to fill up a form and they ask for a contact information of someone I know in Australia in case they can't reach me. On March 12, we finally received our permanent visa. Yay! Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Bye!